Yo, what up YouTube? This is MoonshotMike. I'm here to do an update on Electroneum. In case you don't remember, this is a cryptocurrency that is trying to focus on mobile users. I did a video of it before. You should check that out. And I was talking about how it's a great project to follow because it has a strong social media following. It's the first British cryptocurrency. It's one of the first cryptocurrencies that has mobile mining, and it wasn't listed on very many exchanges at the time of my last video, and so the price was relatively low, and it's still low now because the market has been correcting. And so I'm doing this video. They sent out, because the company sent out an update email talking about some of their recent successes and stuff, and so I wanted to go over that, and I went through and highlighted all of the major points, and it kind of just reiterates what I've been talking about in terms of why I think this is a good coin and a good project to follow, and why this market correction doesn't really matter. You know, if you're looking at the project itself and seeing or asking yourself, does this coin have a future? I think the answer is yes, and I think any current market prediction or market correction right now doesn't really matter because the price will correct again and go back up, and then I think in the long term Electroneum is a good coin to follow. So I'm going to go through their update email here. It's very pleasing, and I was happy to wake up to it this morning. So for all the people that aren't subscribed to their newsletter, you should get on that because you get messages like this. So alright, we're going to go through it. So first and foremost, mobile industry adoption. Last video I did, their last update, they had talked about possible partnership, a memorandum of understanding with a Massachusetts-based company that was in the telecom sector. And memorandum of understanding is just an official agreement that's essentially the same as a handshake to say, yeah, we're interested in doing business with you, something like that. So they say that they've secured signed agreements with companies that would like to promote Electroneum to 100 million users. I'm almost positive that they're talking about XIUS, I believe was the company that they mentioned a few months ago, or a few weeks ago maybe a month or two ago. In my last video I mentioned it. I think it's XIUS. It's a telecom company that boasts 100 million users, so that's kind of where that number comes from. And I think the secured signed agreements is still referring to that memorandum of understanding that says, you know, we're interested in doing business with you, but nothing really official is happening. So then they're saying they're now in negotiation with partnerships to take the number to over 500 million users, which is a big deal. I don't really know who this is, but I think we have a clue later. So you can read through this at your own pace. I'm sure their update email is somewhere on their website as well, but I'm not going to read all of it. So I think what the 500 million is referring to is the GSMA. So they have GSMA membership, which is, they say they're the first cryptocurrency in history to be welcomed as a member of the GSMA. Okay, and so the GSMA is a group, it's a collective group of telecom industry people. So the GSMA represents the interests of mobile operators worldwide, uniting nearly 800 operators with more than 300 companies in the broader mobile ecosystem, including handset and device makers, software companies, equipment providers, and internet companies. So that's where they're targeting. They're targeting handset and devices. They're targeting, you know, internet companies. They're targeting telecom companies and stuff. I should have found out what GSMA stands for. Surprised it doesn't say it somewhere on here, but that's okay. So this might be the $500 million or the 500 million user group that they're talking about. You know, And they're going to Group Spécial Mobile, and I don't know what the A stands for yet, but it's a, they say it in here, I think. No, I thought it was somewhere. It's not here. I think it's somewhere else. Okay, this is what I was thinking of. The Mobile World Conference attendance. So aside from being a member of the GSMA and getting more exposure to more telecom-related companies, they're also exhibiting Electroneum at the Mobile World Conference in Barcelona. So MWC, I don't know a whole lot about, but they say it's the largest gathering in the world for the mobile industry, and they're presenting. So that's a big deal too. So new users, potentially new partnerships, a lot of big things. They say it's a huge event attended by everybody of importance in the mobile space, including CEOs of companies they're looking for partnerships with, and they have meetings lined up already. That's good. And then they also say that this guy, Dr. Chris Gorman, who has 20 years of mobile industry experience, is now a board member for Electroneum. They say he's on their board. So he is spending the full week during the show, the MWC, in and out of meetings, ensuring Electroneum is the first cryptocurrency anyone in the mobile industry thinks of when they seek a digital payment solution in the developing world. So that means, again, with the partnership with XIUS that does work in India, in telecom work in India, they're targeting, with mobile cryptocurrency, they are targeting heavily developing countries. They're targeting people who are not in the system. You know, they're targeting people that don't have standard bank accounts. They're targeting people that, you know, probably don't have a lot of money, and they're targeting people that, you know, probably their most expensive piece of tech in their lives is their phone. Most developing countries, most people in developing countries don't have laptops. They have cell phones, and they they use those as their primary source of communication, as we all do. And so these developing countries are trying to turn that phone use into currency, into payments, digital currency, that kind of thing, because it's a way to monetize people that otherwise are using cash, and it's easier to track people and see what their habits are if they're using cryptocurrency, and it's easier to tax them and fine them and stuff. So they want to get a bunch of developing countries into the cryptocurrency space, and so if Electroneum can get into places like India with, you know, billions of people and billions of people that don't have wallets and, you know, would adopt cryptocurrency, who knows, that's going to be a big deal. So that 500 million could come from India, the deal with XIUS, partnerships with people from the MWC. There's a lot of potential in just, you know, these two things. So that's a big deal. So some lesser news now. Anyone who has the Electroneum mining app knows that it hasn't been working. It hasn't been live for a long time. So they say it's nearly live. What does that mean? It could be a few days, a few months. Could be probably a few months. They say they've been beta testing it by tens of thousands of people, which is really good, but they don't really give an idea of when they're launching it. Let's see. They said the full launch of the Android miner, they'd like to get live for the MWC event on the 26th of February. Wow, so today is the 7th, so about 3 weeks. They're looking to have the mining app on Android Live, which means you can mine Electroneum, which is pretty cool. I wouldn't expect to get a whole lot from it. And if you're looking to get into Electroneum, it's probably a better idea to just buy it now than to mine it. but I'm not a financial advisor. You do whatever you want with your own money, do your own research. But that's my take on it. We'll get to the price in a little bit. You can kind of see it here. As of right now, it's 0.075. It's 7.5 cents as of today, February 7th at 9:45 a.m., 10 a.m. I believe I bought it. One of my positions is at 0.4%, which I was pretty happy with, but I only put in like $3, so that's unfortunate. But anyway, 0.075. We'll call up the all-time. Oh, all right, I'll get to the price later. I'm getting ahead of myself. So miner might be live this month. That would be pretty cool. And we're looking at more exchange listings. So as I mentioned in my last Electroneum video, the only exchange that Electroneum was on was Cryptopia, and that's where I bought it. And that's where I found out about it, because it just happened to have a ton of volume, and I was like, what is this? You know, and lo and behold, it's a really good coin. So now they're looking to expand. So more exchanges typically means a higher price, because if there's more people on other exchanges who want to buy it, and if the market starts going up over the next several months, which it probably will start recovering slowly over the next 2 to 3 months, the price is going to go up. So they say Hit BTC, which I haven't personally used and I don't know anything about it, has agreed to list it on Electroneum, which is nice. It's exchange number 2, but it's not Bittrex and it's not Binance. It's not one of the major exchanges, and they're trying to have that in place before the conference, February 26th. So this is a big date right here. So if these are both ifs, though, they want to have the miner live by February 26th. They want to have, you know, Electroneum listed on Hit BTC by February 26th. Will they make it happen? I don't know, but you know, it's a good indicator, because it's so far it's the only deadline that they've put in this document. So if you're on the edge for Electroneum, you can come in and say, okay, they have this date, February 26th. They want to get the miner live, and they want to have Electroneum being traded on Hit BTC. Let's see if they do it, right? So February 26th comes around. If the miner's not live, price might take a dip. People might be disappointed. If it's not on Hit BTC, people might be disappointed. Price might take a dip. But if they meet those deadlines, then cool. You know, they're doing what they say they're doing, and that's a good indicator of a good project and a good company. So anyway, they say they have another top 6 global exchanges in the last stage of negotiation. So that could be Binance, could be Bittrex, could be EtherDelta, could be any one of the, you know, hundreds of exchanges that are out there. But they're probably targeting the ones that are the biggest, but also have some sort of low entry point. Because last time I checked, getting a coin listed on I don't know, Bittrex or Cryptopia, it like costs a lot of money. But I think that was during like the huge boom of people getting into the crypto space and stuff. So they say it would be nice if they could get that live for MWC2, but you know, they can't promise anything, and they're probably not going to get all 6 of these exchanges listed in a month or in 3 weeks. They have a number of other exchanges outside the top 10 that are about to list us. That's interesting. And it's worth remembering that that as we show our user number growing, there will be many more of the top exchanges eager to list us. So Electroneum has been popular, but I haven't seen tons of people making videos about it. Every time I watch those you know, top 10 altcoins for 2018 videos, I don't see Electroneum in there a whole lot. I could be wrong. They could be wrong. They could be not seeing it. You know, people in crypto space tend to pay attention to the things that are moving the most. And Electroneum made the same moves as the rest of the market made at the end of December and the beginning of January. Everything rose, everything crashed. So it's hard to pick out like what coin is actually successful, because you could have bought anything in November, and by the end of December it would have skyrocketed with the rest of the market. But that doesn't really indicate which ones are going to win and which ones are going to lose. But if the crypto market is anything like the stock market, it just goes up over time regardless. some coins are going to die, like we've seen with what was it, Bitcoin Cash, I think, or BCC, or BitConnect is the one that crashed from like $400 down to like $40 or something in like a day or two. That stuff happens. So they're not all going to be winners, but I think right now, in general, the whole market is kind of still clinging pretty tightly together. And I think it's only going to be over the next few years that we're going to see divergence, where Ethereum will start to gain on Bitcoin. And who knows, maybe Electroneum will start to, break out of the pack of coins that are just kind of rising and falling together. And that's where we're going to see the coins, the projects that are actually viable and the ones that are actually working are the ones that start to diverge from the market trends. So, if a few coins kept going up during this crash or didn't crash during this crash, that's something to pay attention to, because they didn't follow the market trend, and that's for good reason. But on the flip side of it, if the whole market goes up and some coin doesn't go up, then again, something to look at. But do your own research. I am not a professional stock trader or financial advisor or anything. I just like crypto and I think it's cool. I think it's the new stock market, so I'm trying to get in early. I still feel like I'm late, but I'm just trying to get in early, earlier than other people that aren't in it at all. And I'm trying to learn as much as I can and do as much as I can and make it work for me. Alright, so let's keep going. This paragraph was completely useless and worthless. There's nothing in here. You can read it if you feel like it. They say they're ready to scale. They've implemented new code. It runs smoother. They're working to update the system, to give feedback. I'd like to see more here, because tech stuff is what they need most right now. As someone who builds stuff and knows how to program and knows how to build shit, you can have an idea and it's not worth jack shit until you build it. So coding and tech stuff, they should have more here. I was looking for a bigger update to say, not just, oh, we've been testing our miner, but oh, we did a lot of coding work and we had some good progress with that and blah blah blah. So it's whatever. They'll get there, I think. And they said they've taken on some new staff and they've hired some new coders. So that's good right there. Clearly they're investing in the engineering side of the project, and they're not just talking to people. They're not just going to events and saying we want to do this and going to other things and talking about what they want to do. But clearly they've got some resources to hire some coders, and that's really nice. And just some stats at the end here. They have over 800,000 users now, which is pretty good. And that they're saying that nearly doubled from the end of our ICO. And I believe the ICO for Electroneum was only like in November of last year, like this past November, like 3 months ago, I think the ICO ended, and 800,000 users doubled from their ICO. That's pretty big. And that's users. That's not investors. You know what I mean? That's not me or you. That's users. I'm not using Electroneum right now, right? I bought it and I'm investing in it. 800,000 users. That's 800,000 people actively using Electroneum as a currency, I think, which is pretty cool. Or maybe it's 800,000 people that have the app. I'm not really sure what they mean by that, but it's a good number. 100,000 plus Twitter followers, 125,000 plus Facebook followers. The most shocking number for us is that more than $1 billion worth of Electroneum has been traded around the globe, and we've only been live 3 months, so I was right. So this is a strange number. I don't know if they mean that's $1 billion of Electroneum. They say traded, right? So that could be Electroneum that's been traded on the markets, on the exchanges. It could be the amount of Electroneum that was used as currency sent from one person to another. I don't really know, but $1 billion of Electroneum is moving places, and it's being sent by people and bought by people and sold by people and received by people and maybe used to purchase things by people. I don't know, but 3 months, $1 billion, 100,000 Facebook followers, 125,000 Twitter followers. This is a big deal, and as I said before, price of right now 0.075. 7.5 cents is the current price. And as a lot of other crypto people will say during the correction, that everything's on sale. So to put that in perspective, the all-time high of Electroneum back at the end of December, beginning of January, beginning of January, around 20 cents, right? So 20 cents all-time high. So the ICO launched, and then the price dipped down to about 2 cents, maybe 2 cents or so at the end of November. Went up to about 20 cents at the beginning of January, and now we're back down at 7.5 cents. I'm not going to pull up the chart for this because I'm not doing a technical analysis or anything, but 7.5 cents as of today. It's kind of a good price. And they just do some basic talking about how, yeah, the market's crashing, but we're still here, and blah, 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 blah. And they had this little statement here at the end, which is kind of what I've been saying the whole time here. For the most part, people that are involved have not dumped, but said, hold on, let's not forget that all those things that excite us about the project are nearly ready for launch. Let's wait and see if they really can be the first cryptocurrency that actually attains mass adoptions like they say they will. So that's kind of what I've been saying about not just Electroneum, but cryptocurrencies in general. You don't just look at it from the price or the availability in the market or this or that or this or that. Look at the project, look at the team, and look at what they're doing and what they've accomplished and what they say they're doing, and look at their following. So just this email gives me so much excitement about Electroneum, because these are really good numbers. These are really, really good numbers. And they've taken the time to put together this email, and I'm going to check out their website. I think they might have mentioned they updated it somewhere in here. I thought I read that somewhere. But I'm going to go back and look at Electroneum again, because I bought it and I did a video about it, and I just really haven't thought about it since. And then out of nowhere, they send this update email, and it's awesome. It's huge. They're going to telecom conferences, and they're going to be in front of telecom sector businesses and CEOs, and they're going to make partnerships, and they're trying to be a mobile cryptocurrency that you can mine on mobile. Because think of all the people in developing countries that they don't have mining rigs. They're never going to have a mining rig. Probably they're not going to have GPUs and ASICs and that kind of shit. They're going to have their phones. So if they can mine Electroneum a little bit, get a couple Electroneum every few days, I don't know what the rate's going to be, that's a huge incentive. And people are primarily incentivized by money. So if they have this app that says, hey, download this thing and you can get like a couple bucks every few weeks or every few days or whatever, it's going to be big. And if they partner with some device maker or a telecom, more likely a telecommunications provider that then pushes Electroneum onto their users, that's huge, because you need to find those people that have a platform of people already and then say, hey, can you market this to your audience? It's a very smart business move. So I think Electroneum is going to be huge. I'm going to buy more in at this price. I am going to buy more Electroneum as soon as I can because I don't think it's going to stay here for long. It might dip a little bit lower as the market might see another lower low. This might go down to 50 cents or something. I mean, not 50 cents, 5 cents. But I think this has potential to be bigger as the project goes forward. And, I think that's pretty obvious from this email that they sent out. So check out Electroneum. Let me know what you think in the comments. Please subscribe to my channel. I do enjoy doing these videos, and I like to share my knowledge about cryptos and talk about it and kind of defud things. It's about the project. It's not about the price today. It's about what is the future vision, what is the future use, what is the possibility. People aren't going to be using Bitcoin as a mobile currency, I don't think, because not in its current state anyway, because the fees are really high and it's very slow. But here we have Electroneum specifically focusing on mobile mining, mobile cryptocurrency, mobile development. I haven't seen that in another crypto, and the mobile market's huge. It's huge, and it's only going to get bigger. It's only going to keep growing. Cryptocurrency market is only going to keep growing. I think this is a big opportunity. And yeah, let me know what you think in the comments, and let me know if you want me to review a certain coin or something like that, or an ICO or whatever, or if you want me to do a GAN-fan analysis of a crypto, I will do that as well. So just let me know what you want to see, let me know what you think, and thanks for watching.